We're going to talk about Boom giving information to Data Bio, as well as an image to one more animator. Like, what? Yeah, this and more things, like Deer from Ohio releasing this animation of what episode 78 would look like, answering a couple of questions about what it's like to work with Boom, an image that's been circulating online, new products, and leaks of a Skibidi Toilet cover. Stick around, because the video is going to be pretty good. First of all, I want to say that the video is going to be quite short but very interesting. Yesterday, the YouTuber Data Bio posted on her YouTube account that Boom had just answered 2 pretty good questions, and in a few hours we'd get the answers. Well, guess what? She already posted them. Let's start with this message. She asks, can the current log we know really face the upgraded Watchman of Doom? Yeah, that's a pretty good question, but the second one is even better. She also asks, hey, a lot of people have noticed that the quality has disappeared or gotten a bit worse in the last episode, especially during the scene when the Watchman of Doom appears. Did something go wrong at the end of the episode? To which Boom replies with the following. In the first answer, he mentions the Watchman of Doom still hasn't shown his full potential. Like what? He's already insanely powerful. How has he not unlocked his max yet? So this starts some theories that this character, throughout the episodes, might be repaired by the Astros, because we noticed that in this battle here, he came out very damaged and even engulfed in flames, which might mean that this character will disappear for a while to be upgraded. Again, these are just theories circulating thanks to Boom's responses. Now, let's talk about the other answer to the second question. Possibly there was a compression issue, but on YouTube's side. This would explain why it looks pretty bad in some parts, but according to the creator himself, it had nothing to do with the production he did. Maybe the platform, when uploading it as a premiere, could have removed some details, but nothing is confirmed.
Now that we're on this topic about the creator, yesterday or the day before, More Animator posted this, which you're seeing, in the iBio Discord channel, where he says we can take a closer look at the Astro Duchess images, and that Boom personally sent him one of those images. Here I'll show you comparisons. This one that More Animator received is the one we're talking about. The second one I'll show you was sent by Stick in his livestream about 5 days ago. They're very similar, but if you look closely, the reaction is different. He also clarifies that these images are not spoilers from part 2 of episode 39, that they're more like renders or some captures from the previous part 1 episode. So, now that's all cleared up. Let's move on to the news about Deer from Ohio, because in case you don't remember, here's a 5-second recap. He works with Boom. Boom had asked him and Strider to make a short animation for his idea of episode 78, mostly to get a feel for their ideas, concepts, and animation style. So this YouTuber has now released his animation, which you're seeing in the background. He basically made his prototype of what episode 78 would look like. Honestly, in my opinion, I really liked it, especially the final battle where this cameraman faces off against the Astro character, who's super OP. Some people were wondering if he would also do an animation for episode 79. So far, Deer from Ohio hasn't said anything about that. But about this video, it came out really well. Or at least that's what many people are saying. We see a few different things. Right from the start of the animation, things flow differently. For example, we see Arc TV and also the cameraman base where some characters appear. Personally, I really like this main idea of seeing the cameraman just having fun or being in a more relaxed mood. I think it would have been interesting if that had been added to the original episode. What I didn't like so much was a bit of how the story develops, but the battle? Seriously, this battle you're seeing is the best I've seen in a long time. Obviously talking about animations or works not done by Boom. But also, by the way, once this animation came out, he answered a couple of questions. For example, about the models and textures, some changes were made to the models that Boom would have done. He explains that, yes, he used kind of default textures and explains more or less how he worked on the episode. But now, something important and the million-dollar question. Someone named JBY asked him, hey, how does it feel to finally work with Boom? Before showing you the answer, in case you're a bit lost, Strider had answered something similar, but had said it wasn't as great as everyone thought, which led many people to start speculating that maybe they're not getting along well, that he demands too much, the usual stuff. But at least in Deer from Ohio's answer, it's sometimes I feel a strange sensation. Not gonna lie, like I never even thought about animating. This answer is a bit poorly translated, but what he kind of meant was that sometimes he feels like he doesn't even want to animate anymore. Or that's how the community interpreted it. Another question was, hey, when will we get news about your Squid Toilet universe? Or will you keep working with Boom? To which he replied, well, I'm currently making a demo or a short video about what would happen if things changed. This about his original series, making some design changes and working a bit on Skibidi Thomas's story. As for whether he will keep working with Boom, he didn't answer. That triggered red flags again, like maybe he's not working with him anymore. But I think he just didn't want to answer, and that's it. Nothing mysterious. He was also asked why the Speaker Man army didn't appear in his animation, and he said he didn't finish the fight and only made those 4 minutes of animation.
Oh, and quick pause. The secret word of today's video is wait. The first person to put it in the comments wins. But anyway, let's keep going.
The ending looked really good, even though it was cut short. Now that we touched on those topics, let's move on to an image that was circulating online. Quickly, you can already imagine. Yes, it's fake. But people said they liked the concept because it shows really overpowered characters. In fact, the Skibidi army standing in front of what looks like the Astro mothership, and it would be super interesting to see something like that, at least against the Astro Watchman of Doom. Or maybe switch the Astro mothership for the Cameraman tank and show his return in an epic way. I liked the idea, but what do you think? Now, on to other quick topics. A video leaked showing what appears to be the next Skibidi Toilet toy. I'll show you a few seconds here with sound so you can get a sense of the prototype.
Like what? Yeah, as you could tell, it's not a prototype. It's a finished toy that will be sold and belongs to the Toys brand. Would you buy it? That's just some info. Since we're on the subject of store products, this cover also leaked, which you're seeing now, where it could be like a book or a guide, one that had been talked about for quite a while and might come out in October. That's just FYI. Now, to close out the video, remember that in the next few days, the trial will resume between the scammers who took down Boom's channel videos a few months ago and the company behind the series. We don't know what the resolution will be, but it's expected that this will finally settle everything once and for all. But anyway, that's it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you think about the info Boom gave to DaFuqBoom, about Deer from Ohio's animation, and overall about everything we covered in this video. I'm Sut. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.